confident kicking in someone's door knowing they don't have a gun?
Yeah. It's true.
That's in Florida. My dad always told me about driving, cutting people off and flicking people off. He goes, in Florida, they're old and they have guns.
Mm-hmm.
Heads up.
I do it.
And he's right.
I do it.
I mean, you're a savage and you're from Chicago. You're from Chicago. It's different. In
Chicago area.
Florida, everybody's old. Everybody's a Q-tip.
True.
What do you think?
In Florida?
No, just in general. About...
Well, okay, I think...
I feel like I just wanted to rant. I want to give you a chance
So,
to...
when things come up, like, you know me, I argue the opposite point. And when I was at home, my friend brought up a great point about a national registry, but of course I argued against it just so he could think about it. I agree with that. There should be a national registry. And there's another thing Obama said, that they're not trying to take away all of your guns, they're trying to regulate it. Because under the Second Amendment, it says well-regulated. I'm very for the Second Amendment. I'm very for having guns. I'm very for people having guns. I'm okay with people having AR-15s because it's not a military weapon. It looks like one a little bit. An AR does not stand for assault rifle. I just told Morgan this today.
I didn't know that. And I said to you, I said, yes, it does. And you were like, no, it doesn't.
It stands for Armalite rifle. I think I said that right. Does not stand for assault rifle. So if you want to get into a gun debate with someone, make sure you know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had a lady on Facebook get in me and like, you're a fucking dumbass. It means assault rifle. I'm like, okay, show me a source where it says assault rifle. It was something like, well, there's people smarter that would know that. I'm like, okay, so what does AR mean? And she would not respond. Because I bet she looked it up.
It and didn't want to come
saw
back.
It, yeah.
She said, delete comment, block friend.
It does not stand for assault rifle. It's a semi-automatic.
Now, okay, this is
semi-automatic.
Just to, I mean, semi-automatic is still quite prolific.
It shoots as fast as your finger can move.
Which apparently, and I hate to sound like this, is a lot.
Did he have a bump stock?
No. Ask people that went to Parkland High School how fast can you shoot.
Well, you could.
50 rounds a minute, excuse me. That's a lot. Now, hold on. This isn't... This thought process... Yeah, come over here. This isn't my thought process, okay? This is a podcast. We're supposed to have discussions.
Oh, and by the way, we were laughing because we were doing something dirty.
Yeah. Well, this is a podcast. We're supposed to have discussions. Supposed to be inclusive. Does someone need an AR-15? When there's no evidence that you don't need... for me, people say, "Oh, home protection," and that's your right. That's your right. Don't get me wrong. You have the right to go do that as long as you are a non-felonious, over the 18-year-old civilian. You can go buy that weapon tomorrow if you want. In fact, it'll be a 3-day wait period, but you can go purchase that weapon tomorrow. I don't think there's anything wrong. What?
Unless you're getting at a gun show.
You still need to have a specific. You still need to go through a background check for the first time.
There's just videos literally all over.
Well, you have to go through a background check at least once, and then you have I don't know what the process is, and I hate to challenge you on it because I think I'm lacking in fact. I don't think that you can go do that. And if I'm wrong, please let me know. Either way, just for my point.
Look it up. I think
for people say for home protection, you need an assault.
Here's what I saw.
What's wrong with a buckshot 12-gauge shotgun? Sprays about 5 feet.
I saw someone come back with this. Now, I'm not going to say I agree with it or I don't agree with it because I haven't been able to sit and think about it. But the reason for an AR-15 isn't for, like, getting mugged, getting raped, stuff like that. It's for in case of the original purpose of the Second Amendment for government. You know, if the government started to do shit.
Or if
because think it, a handgun up against an actual assault rifle,
a fully auto.
Yeah.
Even a semi-auto against an
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have an opinion.
This goes back to my other comment that I made earlier. So, I'm on the overweight side. I think everybody that knows me knows that. I mean, I'm not gross. I'm not on any TV shows, but I'm a thick dude. I'm a little bit big. You think I can sue the fork companies? Can I sue the Hot Pocket companies? No.
Hot Pocket.
That's not the way it works. Personal control.
Yeah.
So, remember in Las Vegas where the woman took the car and ran up on the curb and killed like 9 people?
We haven't.
Can we sue Ford? Can we stop Fords from being made? No. Because that's not the way it works.
That's the other thing.
Is an incredibly deadly weapon.
Where was the debate about that?
It's a 9,000... If you drive a regular truck, it's like a 9,000-pound missile that you can launch into something going 90 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
How is that better or worse than a handheld compact weapon.
There's no debate about that at all. And here's the other. I want to know why the hell is it just becoming a hot topic issue now? So much as it is that students are walking out. There's a march on Washington. Trump's listening to people. That didn't have to happen after Sandy Hook. You heard about it for maybe a week or two, and then, where'd it go? Heard it about a year later? Okay, cool. 1 year anniversary. Virginia Tech, you didn't see... I mean, I was a little bit younger, so don't quote me on this.
That.
Yeah, I don't think about it all the time. Like, where was the outcry for banning guns and banning all this shit there, too?
There was.
There
Just
was,
not
but
like
not as this.
This is the internet.
But what about Columbine? Yeah, that was the first major school shooting.
99.
That's the first major school shooting, and there was no outcry then? Like,
I mean,
why is it now? Why is it now?
There was an outcry, but not anywhere near like what's happening right now.
Why is it so big right now?
I mean, I hate to fucking label things, but the left, man, when they see things, they jump all over it. And celebrities come out, they have commercials, they have athletes coming out, they have this, they have that. And all of a sudden, everywhere you look is gun control, gun control, gun control, gun control, gun control. Remember when it was all about Dreamers a month ago?
Yeah.
A month before that, Trump was a racist. A month before that, it was something else and something else.
Yeah.
It's agendas.
Yeah.
Some media group or some group pushes one agenda, and that's what we talk about. Now there's going to be TV shows. There's going to be... I was watching American Horror Story last year, and one of the scenes happened the day after the Las Vegas shooting. They edited the episode to take the guns out of it. But
That's ridiculous.
They still showed it. They still so they said they edited the episode, but they really didn't. All they did was say they edited the episode. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, it was one of the last scenes where there was the kids running for Congress, and he tried to shoot him, but it was all a ploy anyway.
See, that's why people need to grow up.
When Netflix made The Punisher, they apologized for the amount of gun violence. It's fucking life. That's what happens. You have to control yourself. We were in the car earlier, and I said, "There's nothing stopping me aside from my well-balanced psyche from driving into people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a well-balanced person. I'm not going to do something ridiculous like that." But you have the power to do that. It's not like it's a roller coaster where it goes this way, because that's where the track goes. I can do whatever I want with that.
Yeah.
You have to, and that brings me to my argument is mental health.
Okay, but before we get to mental health, you're talking about your well-balanced life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we both grew up in pretty decent homes. We both grew up, decently.
I had a great childhood.
But again, like I say, don't turn this into a race issue, because I saw people posting about that and how it's a parenting thing. Then someone's like, "Oh, prime example of white privilege." That's not white privilege.
First of all, he was Spanish.
It don't matter. Yeah, I know. If you're gonna go shoot up a school, in a way, it's a little bit of a parenting issue. Maybe it's not.
Well, he was also orphaned,
but
and then his orphan
choice.
parents died.
It's like
I'm not sticking up for him.
I know.
I'm just saying.
You cannot make this into a race issue. Like the Columbine shooters, white. The Virginia Tech,
He was an
Asian. Sandy Hook, white. All of our mass shootings are by white people mostly.
Shout out black people. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Like, don't make this into a race issue.
Hey, that's annoying.
I know.
Everything's racist these days. That's racist.
Well, I could say what you just said was racist.
What?
In today's issues, I could say that was racist. Somebody would agree with
that.
that.
I love black people?
No, that you said thank you, black. I could say that's racist. You know there's people that say that. I mean, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, honestly, the word racism is thrown around so much, I don't give a shit about
And
I give a shit about treating people right, but I don't care about the word.
There is honest-to-God racism in this world.
There is. But
not
people are throwing it around.
Nearly at the spectrum that you would think it would be from all the news coverage. Not nearly as much as you would possibly think.
Yeah. It's ignorance. I believe it's ignorance.
Oh, yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Like, it's...
So there's 88.8 guns per 100 people in America. 37% of American homes say they have a firearm in the house. 37%.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot.
No.
I thought that number was going to be a lot higher.
No.
Then again, there's more... where most of the people are is where the highest gun laws are.
Yeah. And we're most... the other
I
thing...
think there should be more power to the salesman, the gun salesman. If you pass a background check, they're compelled to sell you the weapon. I think that they should be able to say, "Oh no, something ain't right here.
Yeah.
He doesn't look right."
And the other thing, when the media, they came out with stuff saying there's 18 school shootings, there's this, there's that. I sat there and thought, I'm like, wait a second, because Benton, Kentucky was the first classified school shooting. It was the first classified school shooting. I'm like, how the hell are they getting these 18 school shootings. Guess what? There's not 18 school shootings. There isn't. If you believe there are, look it up, because there is not. Because I will go through every single one of these 18. January 3rd, East Olive Elementary, St. John's, Michigan. A man committed suicide in a parking lot. No others injured. We found the building was not being used as a school as East Olive had been shut down more than 6 months earlier. So there you go. Someone killed themselves at a school that's not even being used. So there's one. If you want to argue it, maybe 17. Okay. January 4th, New Start High, Seattle. An unidentified shooter fired shots into building, no injuries. Okay, that's a little bit debatable. Nobody got killed, there was no intent. January 10th, Grayson College, Denison, Texas. Student unintentionally fired a bullet from a gun legally possessed by an instructor that struck a wall. No injuries. That's not a school shooting, that's an accidental shooting. January 10th, Colorado Elementary School, Sierra Vista, Arizona. Student commits suicide in the bathroom. No others injured. He wasn't trying to kill other people, he wanted to kill himself. January 10th, California State University, San Bernardino. Gunshots, most likely fired from off campus, hit a campus building window, no injuries. And guess what? They even said that might not have been intended for that campus. It might have been just some stray bullets going by. It happens. It's life. Look at that. January 15th, Wiley College, Marshall, Texas. Shots fired from a car in parking lot with one shot hitting window of residence hall. No injury. January 20th, Wake Forest University, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. One student wounds another student during argument at a sorority party. That's not a school shooting.
Damn, sororities get lit.
I just lost my spot because I got really into this.
It's a dude. There was one I saw one on there. I saw one on there where there was a shooting on the corner across the street from a school.
Yeah.
They called it a school shooting.
Yes, because the bullets hit the bullets hit the
drug
school.
deal gone bad. Of course, none of this shit is good.
Yeah.
I'm not sticking up for any of this crap. I'm just saying, in order to push an agenda, they call things that aren't that.
Exactly. I'm going to keep going. January 22nd, Italy High School, Italy, Texas. Student opens fire in cafeteria, wounding one student before firing at another student and missing. Okay, that's arguably a school shooting.
Yeah.
January 22nd, Net Charter High School, Louisiana. Unknown person fired shot at students standing in parking lot. No injury from gunshot. That's not a school shooting.
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
It's all wrong place, wrong time, sadly. January 23rd, Marshall County High School, Benton, Kentucky. First classified school shooting. 2 students left dead in a mass shooting by student. More than a dozen students were injured.
And I hate that, like, something like this happens, and then we argue about what to call it for a day.
Yeah.
And then 3 days after that, we talk about who's to blame.
Exactly.
When then 4 days after that, we're talking about how it's Trump's fault. And then 5 days after that, we're talking about this. We're talking about the NRA. We're talking about this. We're talking about that. Why does it have to be so toxic?
I don't know. You keep going. January 25th, Murphy High School, Mobile, Alabama. Student fired into the air outside of school after argument in school. No injuries. That student's just being a dumbass. January 26th, Dearborn High, Dearborn, Michigan. Individual ejected from game for fighting was shot at in parking lot. No injuries.
That's not a school shooting. I mean, all these are bad.
They are.
These
January
are all terrible.
31st.
I'm just saying, but like...
They are. They shouldn't happen, but it's not a school shooting. It's not like what Parkland was like. I mean, January 31st, Lincoln High, Philadelphia. Man fatally wounded in fight in parking lot. February 1st.
I think it has to do with intent. What do you think?
I
think
it is.
Intent is like what happened in Parkland.
Yeah.
That's a school shooting. These other things are... I don't know what to call it. I don't know. Because I don't know everything. And I don't go on the internet acting like I know everything.
No,
I
it's...
think that everybody should stop arguing on the internet.
You're not going to get anywhere off the internet.
It doesn't get anywhere because people... I don't know. So mental health, what can we do about it? Let's take our own advice and talk about what can we do about it.
How about instead of arguing gun control, we argue medical, healthcare?
Right now?
No, I'm talking about the United States.
Oh, we've been arguing that for a long time.
Yeah, but how about we actually put our focus to something that could stop this?
Yeah.
Not just words on a piece of paper thinking people will stop using their guns. Why don't we focus on healthcare?
Is there a clapping? Can we do a clapping thing? Two cheers for Michael. 4 seconds. That's a long one.
That is a long clap.
You deserved it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
We should be talking about healthcare.